Today, we're doing a full tactical deep dive on two new elite operatives joining Star Trek Fleet Command, the strange new world's Black Ops versions of M'Benga and Chapel. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the mission itself, then we'll properly meet M'Benga and Chapel. After that, we'll get into the fun stuff, winning crew combinations, some advanced tactical setups, a few pro tips to give you an edge, and we'll wrap it all up with the final verdict. Think of it as your roadmap to absolutely dominating with these new specialists. Okay, so the war against House Hurak. It's tough. It's demanding new strategies and, frankly, a whole lot more firepower. The solution? Well, it's these two. Two new officers bringing some of the most powerful buffs this game has ever seen. Seriously, these are your new secret weapons. And let's be crystal clear here, these aren't just your run-of-the-mill bridge crew. M'Benga and Chapel were specifically engineered as specialized assets. Their whole reason for being is to give you a massive edge in taking down those Hurak dropships and this is a big one, to absolutely maximize your reputation gains. Now for the really good part. Let's pull up the files on these two and see what all the fuss is about. We're going to look at the raw numbers and the abilities that are making them so powerful. This table really lays it all out. You've got M'Benga, the epic officer, who is all about combat survival. He's got a huge isolytic defense boost and a totally unique shield restore ability. Then you've got Chapel, the rare officer, who's all about efficiency. She's here to supercharge your faction reputation gain and give you a major hull health boost from below deck. Just let that number sink in for a second. 800%. At his max tier, M'Benga's officer ability gives you an 800% boost to isolytic defense. That is, without a doubt, the single biggest defensive buff of its kind in the entire game. It's just massive. And right on his heels, you've got Chapel's jaw-dropping number, a 450% boost to your positive reputation gain. If you've been feeling the grind trying to build that faction rep, well, Chapel is basically your new hyperdrive. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Why the hype? Well, for M'Benga, it's that unparalleled survivability. You've got that record-breaking defense boost. And his below-deck ability introduces something brand new, shield regeneration from the lower deck. That's a game changer. And Chapel? She's the key to speed-running your faction unlocks. And her whole health buff makes her a direct and flat-out better replacement for D'Vana Tendi. Okay, so we know what they do, and the numbers are pretty wild. But now let's talk about how to use them. This next part is the field manual. We're going to turn those amazing stats into actual winning strategies on your ships. From M'Benga, your go-to crew, your absolute dream team, is the strange new worlds trio. You put Pike in the captain's chair to soak up damage and protect your hull. Then you've got Scotty boosting your isolytic damage, and M'Benga adding that insane defense. It's a perfect combat triangle, and when he's below deck, that shield regen is a lifesaver for those long hostile grinds. Now, with Chapel, you're playing a totally different game. On the bridge, you're going to pair her with Phellan as captain and Garrett. This combo is hands down the strongest reputation grinding crew in the game for Federation, Klingon, and Romulan hostiles. But, and this is really important, look at that tactical note. This bridge crew gives you 0 combat buffs. All of your fighting power has to come from the officers you stack in your lower deck. All right, we've nailed down the basics. Let's get a little more advanced. We're talking about highly specialized, mission-specific builds now. I'm going to show you how to stack your crew just right to create the perfect team for whatever you're doing, whether it's hunting Huraks, rocketing up that rep ladder, or just making your ship almost impossible to kill. First up, the Hurak Hunter. We start with SNW Pike as captain, to protect the hull. On the bridge, it's that killer combo of SNW Scotty and M'Benga for all your isolytic damage and defense needs. Then, below deck, you just keep stacking. You throw in Joachim for even more ISO defense, Wrath of Khan Scotty for that shield bypass synergy, and Hugh for some hull repair. This thing is a purpose-built hostiles killing machine. Next, let's build the reputation rocket. This is all about watching that rep bar fly. You start with that core bridge trio we talked about, Phellan, Garrett, and Chapel. Then you load up the lower deck with every officer you can find that boosts rep gain or hostile loot. We're talking Alonzo Freeman, the Doctor, Chalkill Greer, the works. Every single kill turns into a massive reputation jackpot. And finally, for those of you who just refuse to take hull damage, we have the impenetrable shields build. You've got Pike directing all that pain to your shields, SNW and Benga on the bridge keeping them regenerating, and then you just go crazy below deck. You add Black Ops and Benga for more regen, Harry Kim for even more regen, Carol Marcus to make sure the damage hits the shields. You get the idea. It's just layer after layer of shield protection. All right, let's shift gears and talk about some insider intel. These are a few key tips straight from the devs that'll help you squeeze every last drop of performance out of these two officers. This is how you gain that real tactical edge. Now, this is a critical piece of intel, so listen up. If you've been wondering when to swap out D'Vana Tendi for Chapel's below deck's hull health buff, we've got the exact answer for you. The break point is Tier 3. As soon as you get Chapel to Tier 3, her 200% hull health boost officially makes her the superior choice. That's your cue to make the switch. Just a few more quick tips to keep in your back pocket. For Mbenga, you're going to really feel that massive defense boost kick in once he hits Tier 4. For Chapel, remember that her hull health bonus multiplies with your research and exocomp buffs, so it just gets bigger and bigger. And for Mbenga's below neck ability, since it restores a flat percentage of your max shield health, it means bigger shields get you more hit points back every single round. Okay, we've gone through the stats, the crews, the advanced strategies. It's time for the debrief. Let's boil all this information down to a final verdict on where these officers fit and how you should think about investing in them. You know, the final verdict here is actually pretty straightforward. It all comes down to your personal goals. If your main challenge is surviving those really tough, high-level isolytic hostiles, Mbenga is your guy. But if your focus is on grinding that faction reputation as fast as humanly possible to unlock new ships and tech, then Chapel is absolutely your key. So there you have it. That's the full tactical briefing. You've got all the intel on two of the most specialized officers to ever join the fleet. The only question left is, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to build an impenetrable warship with Mbenga at the core? Or are you going to build a finely tuned reputation-earning machine with Chapel? The choice is yours.